Parents, hello and welcome to our virtual back to school night. My name is Mr. Drew Holtmann and I teach theology to all of your daughters here this senior year. I always start off back to school night with a little bit about me. I'm not from Omaha, I'm a St. Louis native. The hidden agenda, therefore, of this course is to convert all of your daughters to my favorite world religion, cardinalism. We have a few Cubs fans, I understand, in this course, and I hope that sincerely changes throughout the course of the year. But anyway, so I'm from St. Louis. Creighton brought me to Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I did my undergrad. And I was actually really blessed to teach here for my student teaching semester. So yeah, I guess it was about 6 years ago. I student taught with Mr. Steve Gruber and Mrs. Katie Grudel, who maybe taught some of your other daughters. And I got to student teach the same courses that I teach now. After a year with the Jesuit Volunteer Corps, after graduating from Creighton, I returned to this same classroom to teach the same courses that I student taught. And I love Duchenne. I have been here for 4 years now, just as long as your daughters. I love being here. I identify with so many of the goals and criteria that we have that guide the school's mission. And I wear a lot of hats here too. I teach theology. World religions is our first semester course. Catholic social teaching will be our second semester course. And I see all of the seniors. I coach cross country, and we're gonna have a great season there. I coach some of your daughters that, and we're gonna have a great season cross country, that I guarantee you. But anyway, getting back to our classes, our first semester is a world religions course, and the idea here is to, well, explore the world's various religious traditions. We start kind of in the East after a foundations unit and study Hinduism and Buddhism, some Eastern philosophies, before turning our attention west to Judaism, Islam, and various new religious movements. The idea here is that your daughters begin to develop this heart of empathy and seeing the world through someone else's perspective. Of course, I tell them that world religions is just a case study for empathy. The idea is that if they can see the world through someone else's religious perspectives, they might start to see the world through someone else's various perspectives according to their socioeconomic status or their political alignment, things like that. So the idea is that we're developing hearts that can see the world from other people's perspectives so that we can have dialogue with those people. And as a part of that dialogue, I ask that your daughters kind of go out, kind of break away from the Duchenne bubble and experience world religious communities here in Omaha if they can. So traditionally, I've had them go out physically to a worship space different than their own and come back and write a report on that. This year, they won't go physically there, but I do ask that they watch a service or some type of worship community online in their own home, either via Zoom or Facebook Live or YouTube, some sort of stream service that they can find. And they can watch that and then write a report on that. And historically, families have done this actually together. A lot of families go and visit a worship service together as a family learning opportunity. And so I invite you to also do that with your daughter. You can say, hey, I hear that for Mr. Holtmann's class, you have to watch a religious service different than our tradition that we have here. Perhaps we can do that together as a family. So there's an invitation there to participate in this course and embark on a world religions journey alongside your daughter. And really, Omaha is a cool place to do this. We have this Tri-Faith Center out on Pacific Street. We have a mosque and a Jewish synagogue, Temple Israel, and we have a Christian church all sharing the same parcel of land. And then new this year, actually in the middle of them, is this shared community center that's opening up actually in October that I'm hoping that we can be a part of. So Omaha is a really cool place to do interreligious dialogue, and we can see and study our neighbors here in the community. And so I think World Religions is an excellent course for doing that. Second semester, we switch gears and do a course called Catholic Social Teaching, which explores the social tradition of the Catholic Church. There's a lot of documents and a lot of long history there that is important for them to know, sure, but we also start to put these things into practice. Historically, I've sent students out into the Omaha community to do structured service as a part of their school day. And that's a key ingredient in this course historically. We'll see if circumstances allow us to do that this year. I'm not so certain that they will. And if not, I have a backup project planned that I had great success with last year. And that will get them to think critically about some service and social justice issues in the community and how they can maybe advocate for those issues from the safety of our school and their home without sending them out into the community physically. So that's a little bit about that course. It's really a hodgepodge of things too. I hope to also spend time, thinking critically about the crossroads that they're at in their year. They're going off to college next year, for example. Hopefully we can take some time to sit, discern, and think about what we might want to study and where God might be calling them to be in the next stage of their lives. So there's a whole array of things that we'll be doing in that course. So these are two courses that I extremely enjoy teaching. I feel very lucky that I get my two favorite courses in all of the various disciplines of theology. I get to teach my two favorite subjects there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me in these courses. My email is here for you. If you have any issues or comments or concerns, feel free to send me a little note. And so with that, I thank you for your time and wish you the best. Thank you.